What's up, guys? It's Mustang, and it is the first almost cold day, our remotely cold day ever since I made this automotive channel, and it's ridiculous. Like, you don't understand how stoked I am for it to not to be hot or rainy. Oh man, it's just a pleasure to feel this breeze and to know that I could probably get some pretty good times in this. Maybe. Like, I'm not so sure how weather works, but I'm gonna try to do some 0 to 60s, and we're gonna see what we come up with. Because I usually get around 5.9, a lot of the time 6.2, 6.1, but it's been really humid this summer, and that's really been the only time I've actually tried to get an accurate 0 to 60, and I kind of have to do it by stopwatch, so I have to watch exactly where it hits 60, sometimes a little over. I know I could have made that, but I'm not going to. I'm sorry. I know it's the most annoying thing when someone could make a yellow light and they didn't, and that's exactly what I just did. So, I'm sorry, boss. But first things first, let's drop Artemis off because I don't really want to do 0 to 60s with a dog in the car, and that's it. See, what I hate the most is when you finally get to a light and you think that you have that opportunity to make a left turn, and yeah, they creep up slow and then it changes to red. Not fun. Alright, so I'll see you guys back at the house because this journey is, honestly, it's a little cold, but I don't really mind at the same time. I'm going to keep on filming regardless. But right now, I'm just going to drive, you know, enjoy the drive a little bit. So, see you guys back at the house. And we are back at the house now, but I'm on a mission right now to try to find my Chevrolet name tag. As to why, I just want to prove to you guys that I did work for Chevrolet. Yep, and I found it. It was in the front seat and the floppy thing, whatever that is. I don't even know what that's. You know, let's take a look at that right now. The 2014 Ford Mustang, quite innovative of its own time, sleek, elegant. Do you guys know how annoying that is when you put your arm on that button and then you lift it up to turn the steering wheel or doing whatever you're doing? Do you know how annoying this thing is? I mean, this is kind of convenient, but I mean, I don't really know how convenient. Use the key to turn it to lock it. I mean, you might have a firearm in here. I don't know, but that's annoying. Okay, I did just do a failed run because the car was behind me, but we're gonna get the thumbnail of this video first before we start filming that. Trust me, guys, I am as just surprised with those results as you are. I originally did that before the editing. It said 6 seconds, but then I looked at it exactly as when everything started. It wasn't. Anything that's, well, let's say 5.5 and above is going to be rounded up to the next second. I didn't know that until I started editing. I looked at it, I'm like, holy crap. Now, some of those clips actually did say 5.5 for the windows up and traction control off, and that's advanced track off. It's a little wet outside, but I got some Falcons in the back there, so it doesn't really matter. Not too wet, it's like a little damp, but still, that's crazy for this thing. It's on 87 gas right now. That's what I'm so stoked about. I mean, it's not any GT or anything like that, but to be an auto V6 in the right kind of weather, yeah, it can scoot. Yeah, okay, sub 6 second car. That's okay, you know, for what yeah, I mean, it's fairly stock for the most part. It's not completely stock. I'm gonna say that right now. And before you guys say, whoa, you have an X-pipe on it, I don't think the X-pipe actually contributes until I get way up in the RPM band. So I'm gonna go ahead and take like 1/10 of a second off of that, and we're gonna go ahead and say, instead of it being 5.6, we're gonna say that it would be more so around 5.7 or 5.8, maybe 5.7. The X-Pipe really contributed. I don't really know about that. But if it did, 5.5 seconds. 5.6, 5.5 seconds. We're going to talk about, is the V6 Camaro actually better than the V6 Mustang, either of that generation or 2011 and up, or even a 2015. 2015 is a little bit weaker, and Ford did that on purpose, but we're going to get to that in just a second. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, wow, a Camaro has more horsepower, so therefore it's going to be better than a Ford. I hate Ford. Come here, puppy. Look at this. Oh, my God. But we're doing more than Ford bashing in this video, and Camaro and Chevy and all that kind of crap bashing. We're going to talk about, based on what I've seen and what I know about both of the cars, being an owner of one and a certified salesman in the other. I mean, I'm not selling them right now, but I did. I knew my stuff, and I got certified fairly quickly because I like sports cars, and I really do like these companies. But let's get to the meat of this. Now, I do believe the Camaro uses a 3.6 liter engine, and it pumps out around 331 horsepower and probably somewhere around 290 pound-feet of torque, which is by no means a slouch. I mean, nowadays I know we got 460, 450, and in some instances 490, you know, on the normal kind of higher than entry-level cars. But that's something that, you know, it's only in recent times, and it's still going to cost you quite a pretty penny unless you have good amount of money laying around. So it's not for me to buy. You know, young guy, go out there, I want to buy this, unless I'm doing quite well for myself, which I'm not. Big problem with that is that the current Mustang is actually being discontinued for V6. So now the weakest one we have is the EcoBoost, and that starts out at $25,000, which isn't exactly cheap either. But it's cheaper than a $35,000 or $36,000 Mustang GT, or even a $39,000 Camaro. So odd thing about this is that Camaro also offers 3 trim levels, but their lowest is the 4-cylinder, just like Ford's now lowest is the 4-cylinder. Anyway, it's different. Okay, so the V6, you're thinking, oh, that's a pretty good contender. You know, 331 horsepower. Yeah, it's like pushing what 370s are doing. And I know you Z guys are out there right now. Bro, dude, come on, man. Bro, seriously? I mean, like, seriously, dude? 370s are pushing that. And you guys are right. They are pushing that. But the difference is that a V6 Camaro is a good deal slower than a 370Z because it is not even faster than that car, which is insane, being that this is 305 horsepower stock in the factory, and I think it's not really heavy. I think they're around the same weight, but it's short about 25 to 27, 28, 29 horsepower. So you're thinking, well, why is that car different? Being that this one even comes with 273 gears, so that's not good, Chevy. That's not good. Like, I don't know the specky spec kind of stuff. You might want to go to engineering explain for all that, because I don't really know how, well, you know, what sense that makes. But I do know that the new Camaro is not faster than the V6 Mustang. Maybe the S550, I'm not too sure about that, but I know it's not faster than the original 3.7 liter V6 Mustangs, which are now going extinct, but, you know, they're still really good cars, really good platform to get started on, and you can make them sound really good. I know it's not going to be anything like a V8, so you're not going to have that hush, crazy kind of rev where it's like, imagine I didn't even do that. But I mean, V8 sound like they're trying to they don't sound like they're trying to catch their breath. They sound like they've just roared after they roared, and the V6s sound like after they rev, sometimes that they need to catch their breath. Unless you have a really good free-flowing exhaust going on, which you don't want to really get rid of your cats. I'm not so sure how high cats sound, but I think anything less than stock catalytic converters makes it sound like a chainsaw, therefore makes it sound like complete and total dog poop, so no. But there you have it. I mean, I don't really know how to make this a discussion or talk about anything, but the 2016 to 2017 V6 Camaro is not faster than a original S197-2 3.7 liter V6 Mustang. So that's crazy. I don't really understand why, but I do know one thing. I know that this car is sexy. I mean, look at it. Oh my god. The 2014 V6 Mustang. Here's a compliment it lights up with delight. I love that part. This is an 11 front end. I do love the rear end the most, and I love this. I really do. I love this so much. These tail lights, I feel like Ford cannot top these after they made these. This is like a blast from the past. This is awesome. This is some Ricer type stuff, but I don't really care. In fact, I'm gonna do some rebranding here. Next video coming up here. So guys, stick tuned for that if you want to know what I'm gonna rename the car and what's the whole theme I'm going on overall for this one. It's from a video game, but it's still awesome. But look at that side profile. Let me just get further away. You guys don't appreciate the car until you see it from the side. Oh my God. Look at that. That is the definition of like classic muscle. Being this is a V6, hey, that's still classic muscle because first Mustangs were the V6s or inline six, whatever, I don't know. And we still got to give some props to old Shadow over there. Oh my God, that stance is just beautiful. It really is. Those quarter window louvers, oh, if I ever get another new Edge, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to find a way to get those things off so I can reuse it again because they are beautiful. And oh my God, these things are huge, man. They're like wide body on the side of my car. So it looks wider. You know what? That's what it is. I bought wide body without even knowing it. Awesome. All right, so I thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope that you stick around, subscribe, like, you know, my content. I really do like making these videos. It's awesome. But yeah, a V6 Camaro ain't faster than a V6 Mustang somehow. I don't really get that, but it's not. I don't know if it has more potential either because this car has so many more backers on it as far as aftermarket goes. So even if you can get it to perform better, is really ever gonna have the same attention? You know, it's like that middle brother who starts to exceed and that older brother is still like, I don't have to try. Alright guys, thanks for watching and I will see you next time.